Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Shay, the older sister, and today we're going to be showing you how to get the cheapest labor. And here we have 2,000 workers for less than $36. So we're just gonna get into that.
Awesome. Yeah, so if you're really curious how you can hire 2,000 workers for your homestead, it's pretty simple. What we have here in this perishable box that arrived today is our composting worms. We do this pretty much every year around this time, and we're going to give you a quick lowdown of what we do. I'm sure there's many different ways of doing it, but this is how we do it, and hopefully you enjoy the video. So let's just unpackage these guys here, Shay. Look at that, they even put a hole in there for us. Little damage to the box here, but yeah, these are actually the worms, and this is a substrate. It's cocoa hair, I guess. It's what they use. We're gonna mix this in with the potting soil and all that good stuff to absorb a lot of the water. So this little brick here will absorb up to 2 gallons of water, and what that does is it keeps things nice and moist for the worms. Shay does not like that word, I apologize, but anyway, we have our bucket. Love these buckets. Thank you, Tina and Tom. They provide these buckets for us, and we're gonna actually cover this hole up so the worms can't get out. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna drill a few holes in the bottom of the bucket. We're going to drill a few holes in the top of the bucket, and we're also going to mix some natural organic container mix for the worms, and I also have some peat which we're going to mix in there. There's some peat moss. Again, it's for retention of the water, because the worms really like it to be damp. Is that we all right with that? In there. And also we have some water. We're going to probably refill this 3-4 times, but we're going to mix everything else in. We have a small drill bit for the holes, our drill, and this is actually the bit that we used for doing the maple syrup, and it's good to go. We also have cornmeal, which the worms we're gonna feed. The worms will feed on the cornmeal. You can buy special like worm feed or what have you. It's cornmeal. And also we have some of our coffee grounds that we're gonna, I don't know if you can see that. We're gonna put our coffee grounds, spent coffee grounds and all that good stuff in there as well. So again, these are, the worms are red wigglers, nothing fancy, and you can go online. There's many different places where you can order the worms, and there are many different kinds of worms. These are specifically red wigglers. They're a smaller worm, but they are better at composting material, and they're a lot smaller. They're like a trout worm. So you can get night crawlers, you can get all kinds of different worms. But we found these to be the best, and we normally get them right around this time, February. So we're going to get going on the bucket and show you what we do as we go. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, let's get started.
Now we're going to take some of this coconut fiber and we're going to let it soak in this water here, this bowl full of water. I'm just going to push it down. And then we're going to take this bucket and put about half of this bag of soil into it.
And just spread it around a little bit even there. And we're going to grab some of that peat in the plastic bag over there. Yep. The soil that we used did have some peat moss in it. We're just going to add to it. The coconut fiber brick, this is the first time we're using one of those. Normally we just use peat in with the soil, but we're going to dry mix this. You got it all mixed up pretty good? All right, so now we're going to add some of our water there in the glass that we have. But the amount of water, and we're probably going to grab another glass, and we're actually probably going to grab a couple glasses, but the consistency, I guess, what you want as far as the water to the soil and the peat, you want enough in there for it to be damp, but when you take it into your hand and squeeze it, you know, you don't want any water to come out, but you still want it to be, you know, pretty damp. So if you squeeze it really hard and a little bit of water comes out, it's all right. But we're going to have to grab some more water. Mix it in. All right, still mixing. We just added some more soil to the mix. I'll tell you what I'm pretty impressed with is this block. I mean, this hasn't been, I don't even think 5 minutes, so it's sucked up pretty much all the water and is probably 3 times the size of, wow, this is nice stuff. Let's get some of this in here. In there, Shay. Mix that in there. Wow, this is amazing. I can't believe how much moisture that that block of what was it? Coconut hair? Pretty neat. Coconut fiber. That was close. But we're going to continue. We're going to mix that in. We mixed in our coffee grounds. There are a couple tea bags in there. And we're also going to put some cornmeal in there for the worms to eat. And in a couple seconds here, we are going to be unboxing our work crew of 2000. The other thing that I found in doing these worms over the years, the first year I filled the container up with soil, probably like up here I only had like maybe an inch of head space. What I found, and everybody does it different, on that container the top didn't really seal down. It was just laying on top, and I left burlap on top as well. We had a bunch of escapees, and So, and we're gonna leave this headspace like this for them, and you know, hopefully with the tops that seal, we won't have as many escapees. So we are going to unbox these bad boys. All right, Shay, big reveal. All right. All right. So as you can see, these are our worms. We ordered our worms, and you can actually see right there, Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim's Worm Farm. It's not my uncle, but he's somebody's Uncle Jim. Right? All right, so let's get those puppies in their new home. There's some directions in there, but you can pull the directions out. We got this. These are worms.
Oh,
wow, he changed his bags up.
They used to be brown.
Yeah, brownish, whitish. And so these are 2,000 additional workers added to the Butler homestead. They're pouring in their new home. And, my gosh.
We have some stragglers.
Oh,
Look at how
sorry,
tiny.
I got a little finger in there. Yep, that's about the size of them. They're going to be a little lethargic. I mean, you can see these guys. They're in a ball, okay? What they're doing is they are, you know, just like we would do. They're huddled up trying to stay warm out in the cold. But now we got them in a nice, you know, warm spot. It's supposed, well, cool, I guess, just not cold, right? So what we're gonna do is we are going to let these guys do their thing. Again, the expectation is, wow, they're not too cold. You wanna, it's not cold, right?
Like, not really.
Yeah, we'll let them do their thing. We don't have to separate them out or anything like that. What I will do, I don't know if I mentioned this already, loving the flannel repair job for the hole. What I'll do is I will put a light, or leave these guys under the light, leave the light on, and that will encourage them to dig down and find their new little home. One thing that I forgot to mention is I got the cornmeal. All right, we're gonna add this. We're just gonna let these guys acclimate, get down and dirty. Oh boy, that's corny. Hey, whatever. We're gonna let them get down into the dirt, get acclimated. What we're gonna do is I'll sprinkle this on top. They do have some feed or food and things to consume in there. They're all good. But yeah, later on, we'll leave the light on, throw some of this on top, and then we're gonna feed them. I'll check in maybe once a week or what have you. They're tiny. They're not to the point where they're gonna consume a ton of food right now. But yeah, we'll check in every few days. What I will do is I'll check on these every couple of hours. If they do not go start digging down into the deep into the dirt where they're off the top or off the surface, what I will do is I'll hang a light right above, and it will just, the light is so repulsive to them that it'll force them to go dig down.